Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. On today's tutorial I'll show you how I make these fingerless polka dot tulle fabric gloves. First I'll iron this polka dot tulle fabric with this protective mesh, which will protect this tulle fabric. I'm placing this protective mesh on top of the tulle fabric and I'm setting my iron on a medium heat and I'm ironing this tulle fabric. So this tulle fabric is prepared now. Now I'll show you how I make this polka dot tulle fabric fingerless glove. So I have folded this button piece in half, as you can see, and this button piece is 70 centimeters long and 21 centimeter wide. I'm folding this button piece back together, so I will be shearing 2 layers and I'll be shearing 6 seams, as you can see here, and I'll be shearing all along there, and the measurement from this edge to first seam will be 12 centimeters, and from this edge to other seam will be 4 centimeters, and I'll be shearing all along top there. Now I'll show you how to make this fingerless glove. To make this glove I'll be shearing this polka dot tulle fabric. I have a full sewing tutorial how to shear fabric, and here's a little sample. Full sewing tutorial I will add on description box down below. To sew these sheared seams, as you can see they are very stretchy, I'll be using Shirring elasticated thread, and I'm adding this elasticated thread in my bobbin and adding this bobbin into my sewing machine, and the top thread is ordinary cotton thread, as you can see here. Now I'm pulling up elasticated shirring thread on top. Here it is, placing both threads at the back of the sewing machine foot, and it is ready for sewing. So the distance between this edge and first seam is 12 centimeters. I have added the marker tape there, so I know where the 12 centimeter measurement is, as you can see, for my first seam. I'm turning my sewing machine on, and the sewing machine settings are stitch length number 4, I'll be using straight stitch, and the stitch tension I'm adjusting to between 7 and 6. Now I'll shear this polka dot tulle fabric, so the distance between this tape and the seam is 12 centimeters. When I have reached the other side there, I'm lifting my sewing machine foot up and sewing approximately 1 centimeter, turning that button around, and I will be pulling this fabric slightly so it's a smooth seam. So as you can see, I'm stretching this fabric so the seam is smooth. When I have reached the other side, I will tie a knot with these 2 threads so they don't come loose and the seam doesn't come apart, like that. And I will repeat the same process again. So I'm lifting sewing machine foot, so I'm approximately 1 centimeter, and sewing another seam same way. Also, I forgot to mention the distance between each seam is approximately 1 centimeter, which is the same measurement as my sewing machine foot width. So I have sheared 4 seams already, 2 to go. And the sheared seams are finished. Cutting excess thread off, so it looks like that, nice and stretchy. as you can see here. So this is the right side, and this is the wrong side where the elasticated shearing thread is, as you can see here. So the sheared seams are finished. Next I will secure this thread so the seam doesn't come apart, which happens quite often, so I always make sure I secure all of the seams and loose threads. Next I'll change bobbin thread. I'm removing elasticated thread out and I'm changing bobbin tension to normal tension. So I've done 2 turns, so the bobbin is back to normal for the cotton thread. I'm adding this cotton thread back inside in a bobbin, adding bobbin into my sewing machine, pulling the thread up. So bobbin is prepared now for general sewing. Next I'll change sewing machine settings to normal sewing. So stitch tension will be between 4 and 3, stitch length on 2, and I'll be sewing straight stitch. So this is the wrong side where the elasticated shearing thread is, as you can see here. And this is the right side. I'm folding this button piece so the right side is inside, and I will sew straight stitch there. And the seam allowance is the width of my sewing machine foot. I'm sewing forwards and backwards to secure the seam on the edge. And to secure these sheared seams, I will sew double seam all across them like that. Maybe one more seam, so the shearing seams are secured. So here's the seam, looks like that, and this fingerless glove is finished. If you have any questions how I made these polka dot tulle fabric sheared cuff fingerless gloves, please comment down below in a comment box. I will add all materials which I used on today's tutorial in description box. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. I hope it was useful. I'll see you next time. Love, Anita.